subtitles for this video were crafted by Dimitorzo, known for their expertise in creating high-quality subtitles. Subtitles are crucial for making videos accessible to a wider audience, including those who are hearing impaired or speak. Time is running out, the sun is setting on Earth.
In fact, this is the facility where former Ukrainian servicemen are held, who were captured by Russian troops during combat operations in the Special Military Operations Zone. Here the conditions are of a chamber type, with the possibility to go for walks strictly according to schedule. Meals are provided 3 times a day, with a variety of options.
They started. To effectively establish a routine, it is essential to follow a series of well-defined steps. Additionally, regularly reporting on the progress and any challenges faced for the routine's success.
Every day is the same. First we eat, then a little walk, then somewhere they take us to watch movies. We watch movies. Well, in the evening we listen to books. We read attacks. You are from some western regions, not from the Kharkiv region.
Are you still counting on an exchange? Found time there now, where every night they deprive you of sleep. Hold on. Tomorrow, we will go home, all. If not tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow already.
Well, silly, yes.
Yes, choice.
You have no information? Are they exchanging you?
I want to believe it will be soon.
And before mobilization, what was your job? What did you do?
I worked in Poland as a production operator for blade manufacturing, for wind turbines. The family is waiting, wife. His grandson. The grandson was born. I already have a granddaughter. They will be free, and the grandson was born.
While you were here? How did you find out about this? Is there a way to communicate? Yes.
Do letters arrive? Yes, of course.
How often do letters arrive here?
I have received 4 times. For some people, much more often. So there is communication.
In 2.5 years, almost 4 times, right?
Well, yes. For some more often, for some more frequently. Everyone is looking for ways to write. There have been calls and everything, video calls too. So we know, relatives know where we are. And we know that our relatives are okay.
Have the relatives not requested an exchange? To have you exchanged with the Ukrainian leadership command?
They constantly reach out. And everyone writes letters. Both my wife and my mother write that they are doing everything possible for your return home. Everything possible.
What are you hoping for, really? I hope that sooner, somehow it will be possible. They will proceed with an exchange and my name will be called, they'll say. Come on, we're going home. I always want to be with my loved ones.
Aren't you afraid that if you return, you'll be sent to the front again?
I won't go to the front. Even if they put me in prison in an apartment, what's the difference? Whether it's here or there. There, perhaps my parents will be closer. They can visit, bring something over. To be continued.
I would like to address my dear family to tell them that I love each and every one of you very much, and I hope that deeply and sincerely. we will see each other soon.
Thank you. Alina, it's already been 20 months, I'm just amazed. You know, I was abroad, I don't know a lot, and at most a month and a half, just the total, really already 20 months, I'm like, I'm not home, and Alina, I'm holding on, you know, I'm holding on mentally. And where would I go? A recipe from a submarine. God willing, I'll return home. Well, push all the authorities there, maybe it will help. Look after our daughter, Lera. I haven't seen her, unfortunately. Well, Rinka, you know, take care of her as you would of me. You are very caring to me. I love you, kisses. I hope for a brief reunion, so everything will absolutely be fine.
When exactly, how should all this ultimately end? I think that...
In the current situation, it is important to understand that there is no viable military solution to the conflict. The only path forward is through negotiation and dialogue. I firmly believe that, in the end, this is the wisdom that the people of these lands will come to realize. We must consider the tragic reality of how many lives have already been lost in this ongoing struggle. It is heartbreaking to think about how many more innocent people might, unfortunately, lose their lives if we do not change course. The emphasis should be on finding a peaceful resolution that respects the dignity and rights of all involved. You know, please, stop this madness and cease. Set aside your ambitions, your moral misunderstandings. Just sit at the negotiation table and resolve this conflict peacefully. The young generation of Ukrainians and Russian citizens is dying in this war. In fact, it is much easier to sit at the negotiation table and resolve everything peacefully without casualties. I was then playing in a military band and saw how dozens of mothers would go and faint, losing consciousness as they bid farewell to their children on their final journey, unfortunately. Please, stop this war.
By English.
Tell me, are you currently receiving any news about what's happening in the Special Military Operations Zone? No, practically none. Now, for example, in both the Donetsk region and Kherson region, battalions are being formed from former Ukrainian Armed Forces servicemen who are fighting against Ukraine for the Russian Federation. If such an opportunity arose for you, how would you feel about it? It is quite possible, indeed, that the answer to the question is yes, as there are several factors that suggest this outcome. What would your exact motivation be?
The motivation is that our government doesn't want to take us back from here. How long we can stay here, no one knows. Maybe they don't even plan to take us back. And if it's like, unfortunately, in such a scenario, a downed plane situation, then possibly they could send us somewhere in the same way and then leave us to fend for ourselves.
Do you have any relatives in Russia, for example?
Yes.
Where? In the Moscow region. And if you were offered to stay here?
I would consider that possibility.
Obtaining citizenship?
Yes, I would consider it. I just don't know how it all works, but you understand that. Where, how, what, where to, I would consider it.
But you do understand that if there's an exchange, you'll return to Ukraine, and they might send you back to the war.
I wouldn't want that. But to be caught, likely.
Are there rules of war? How do you perceive it?
Well, I won't go to war. Well, I would consider staying then.
You in general what? Comrade landscape instead of Russia and Ukraine? How do you perceive it?
Well, look, my wife is in the Sultan region. The girl is now living with me in the Sultan region. Relatives in Russia. My native country, Mother Russia.
It's a tragedy, you know, all the prisoners of war just want to go home, not that I will return there in this regard. These are military personnel, this is Nikita there, and all are motivated people who then, and with a gun, I will go. For the people who want to live, just like I think 99% of Russian soldiers. And believe me, it really is a war. And we have people with emo. People want to live and they don't want to risk their lives and want to return home. That's what it's really about.